What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is having a great day so far, doing what you do, living life, feeling appreciated, hopefully, by someone, and showing appreciation. I did a video not too long ago based on a conversation that I told y'all I had with a friend of mine about how it's hard or even impossible to satisfy most women just based on the things that women say that they want. And it wasn't too much longer after I made that video, a lady came on social media saying that she was 32 years old. She had been married for 10 years. She had 3 children. Her husband, she said there was nothing about her husband that she did not love. She said he was hardworking. He was self-disciplined. This is her words. He was hardworking, self-disciplined, loyal. That's her words. There was nothing about him that she did not love. But something, she was filing for divorce or had filed, one of the two. She was getting out of the marriage because regardless of how good he was to her, regardless with the family that they were building, regardless of how loyal and disciplined he was and hardworking to do the things that he did for her and for the family and himself, she couldn't help but to think that that was still not the kind of marriage that she had envisioned. And in her wannabe wisdom, she said that she did not know herself. So how could she possibly expect him to love and know her when she did not know herself? So it's kind of like you using play on words there as a cop out, because he ain't come on there and say he didn't love her, right? So it won't like he was saying I don't love you. She's the one that's doing the talking. She's the one that's telling the story. 32 years old, did not know who she was, had a great husband that was a lover, provider, father. And because it was not what she envisioned a marriage to be, she wanted a divorce. This video that I saw came right after I sent y'all the video, for those that watched it, about how it's almost impossible to satisfy a woman based on the fantasy that they have in their mind when they're young. So that means if she's 32, been married 10 years, that means she got married when she was 22 years old. Y'all see what I'm talking about? This is my opinion. If a woman is willing to leave a man like that, she's the one filing for divorce, just adding on to that 80% of women that do it. If a woman is willing to leave a man like that, thinking that leaving the marriage is somehow going to give her what she has been missing or looking for in order to find herself, because the truth of the matter is, let me tell you who you are since you don't know. You're a 32-year-old mother and wife. You're a mother of 3 and you're a wife. That's who you are. We are a sum total of our choices. That's who you are. Now it may not be who you want to be. And when we move to that realm, we are again moving to fantasy. It may not be who you want to be, but who you are is a 32-year-old wife and mother of 3 that has a great husband. That's who you are. Now, who you want to be is part of a fantasy that you've had in your head since probably you was a child, and that fantasy is not coming to pass, whatever it was. It had to be something different than what you have, which most women would die for that type of husband. Most women would scream, girl, let me at him. That's what I'm looking for. I wish I had that. Most women would say that. She got it and want to get out due to fantasy that's in her head, that was in her head before she got married, thinking that it was going to be something that, as great as it was, it still was not. That to me, that tells me that there is still a connection in her, probably to somebody else. That's just my opinion of it. For a woman to leave her, it's not she leaving the kids, but for a woman to leave her family with a good man in search of herself, to me, that would have to tell me she feel that herself is involved with somebody else. In other words, there's a part of me. Let me break this down my way. And I'm not even saying I'm right. I'm just breaking it down my way. Okay. There's a part of me that was really into Sam. Sam, whatever, went to college, moved away, but he was very exciting, very adventurous. He made my heart go flippity flop. But for whatever reason, he went to college in San Jose. We wasn't able to be together. So I married Andrew and grew and developed a great family, had need of nothing, financially stable, great husband, loyal, hardworking, self-disciplined, great. But a part of me has always still been stuck with Mr. San Jose. And I can't get away from it. I can't get out of my mind what it could have been, the life I could have had, the adventures we could have taken. I have a good husband, but he's not like, she's not saying this. I'm saying this. I'm saying this dissatisfaction that's within her. Mr. San Jose is the one that gave me the heebie-jeebies. Mr. San Jose is the one that caused my goosebumps to chase each other up and down my spine. Even without us having to be in the bed, just being around him made me feel alive. Remember the song, It's Electric. Ooh, you got the feeling. It's electric. Yeah. He did that for me. So even though I married a great man, there's a part of me that's still stuck with San Jose. I just found out either he's single, back in town, divorced, whatever, and he told me he ain't forgot about me, and we've been corresponding. I'm telling the story based on what I believe. Somebody from the past is in her life that was a part of her true self at the time, and she never let it go. So she's able to be drawn back into that world, even though she has a whole family with a great husband and 3 children. Because what she envisioned her marriage to be probably wasn't even the one she married. So it didn't go the way she wanted. She might have envisioned her marriage to be traveling, to be skiing in Switzerland, always on the go, passport stamp full all the time. Maybe that's what she saw. Maybe children, maybe not. But adventure, excitement, pizzazz, thrill. What she got was a good man who may not have took time off like that to go do those things because he's working to be a provider. But he's faithful to her. He's disciplined to her. But in her fantasy, though, this ain't really what I wanted. So now that I'm 32 and I realize I'm getting older and life is short, I gotta go find myself. And this is what I was talking about. Regardless of what men do, and this do not apply to all women. I know she's just one woman out of a bunch of women, but I'm just showing you the awareness. You don't see videos where men are saying, I'm leaving my wife to go find myself. You don't see that even on social media where people can make a video of whatever they want and say pretty much whatever they want to say within the guidelines of social media. You don't see men saying, I'm woke at 35, 45. I got to go find myself. I got a wonderful woman who does everything just, she's so loyal and faithful and dedicated and God-fearing and virtuous and all these things, and I'm going to leave her to go find what I've always been looking for. You don't see men on social media doing that. You see women doing that. And this ain't no kick against women. I told, if you've seen the other video, you'll know that. I'm just telling you the facts. When we warn young men to be careful when you get married, because you can't totally please a woman. You will never satisfy her. If she's not satisfied within herself, and she will, if she come to the marriage with a fantasy, and the younger she is, she will. That's facts. If she come to the marriage with a fantasy, and she will, and that fantasy will not be met, because ain't nobody perfect, and life kicks in and it pulls away at some of our dreams, and we okay with it because as we mature, we understand that's what life is supposed to be. We make plans and life kicks it. Somebody said, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Yeah. So we warn young men, go easy, don't get married, be careful. You can't satisfy her. Pay attention, vet her well. You're looking for 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000. That's what I wanted to say. I made a video. A couple of days later, she made a video proving my point. 32 years old, great husband, 3 kids, nice looking lady, and she wants a divorce because she want to go find herself. Y'all got it? Good.